BADOOSH.
Hey guys, my name is Sigman and welcome back to Vlogish. For those of you who are new to the channel, this is basically a vlog where I talk about my week or whatever random stuff that has come up that I've noticed or that I've experienced, and yeah! Before we get into it though, before we get into Vlogish talking about my week or whatever random stuff that I feel like talking about, let's talk about subscribers. So the 2 days this week, the 2 days that I did not upload any video, the channel gained 1 subscriber. It's like each day, 1 subscriber that I didn't upload. I really hope it's not a sign of something like people are saying, hey, your shit's good, but you put too much up there. Stop doing it. Let's just go ahead and talk about the weird dream that I had. I wasn't going to talk about this at all because it is really, really weird to talk about. Especially when it comes to YouTubers being in your head and your dreams and stuff like that. Nothing dirty, nothing perverted. It wasn't a fantasy, anything like that. It wasn't, was it Septiplier, all that goofy stuff? No. Markiplier and Jacksepticeye were in this dream, but it was really, really strange how it was, because what happened was I was sitting at a table in a house that my mother-in-law owned, which in the dream she owned. In real life, this house doesn't even fucking exist. It was like a bed and breakfast type thing. I don't really know what it was, but I'm just sitting here one second. I'm contemplating on something. I don't remember what it was, but next thing I see is I see Markiplier sit down across from me and Jacksepticeye sit to the right of me, and they're both looking at me like, so I'm just kind of sitting here like, holy shit, what's hi guys, what the fuck's going on? I don't remember exactly what was said, but what I do know, what I can say with 100% absolute certainty, is that the whole time they were talking, I was still kind of going, this doesn't make any sense. This dream isn't making any sense to me at all because these guys shouldn't be in front of me. Like, I didn't think it was a dream at the time because you don't really perceive them as dreams. You think they're reality, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But I was looking at that like, wow, they're really right here in front of me. Really. And it wasn't like I was fangasming or anything like that, which, you know, some people might just do. I don't know. I don't know what other kind of dreams and fantasies other people are having, but this is mine. A dream, not a fantasy. I don't remember exactly what he said, but all I know is that it was an analogy. Stuttering again. All I know is that it was an analogy for you two basically saying, hey, don't take this too seriously. It is a lot of fun. Sure, you might get lucky and get big one day and be able to do it full time, but don't take it too seriously. Still have fun with it. At least that's what I got from it. At least that's how I felt after the conversation was over, or after I woke up rather. I know someone's like saying, ha ha ha, you had a dream of 2 guys. Or haha, your fan thing's finally gone over 11. I don't know. But that's pretty much what happened, and it wasn't anything like, you know, I don't know, like weird. It was weird that it happened, but on the same hand, again, it was like my subconscious telling me, okay, it's fun, but don't take it too seriously. Did you guys see Markiplier's new background? I know what I'm getting for Christmas.
Well, see, man, aren't you just copying off of him?
It's called sarcasm. But speaking of which, if you notice, everybody's using standing desks now, and I had actually honestly thought about buying a standing desk, not because everybody else is doing it, but because most of you know by now that I've been having a lot of issues with my stomach. No, I'm not going to get back into it. I'm not going to complain. I'm kicking stuff, but I'm not going to complain about how it made me feel or whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's not the point. But here lately, I've been having issues sitting down. I get really, really drowsy for absolutely no reason at all, and I'm not sure why. But I had actually looked at getting a standing desk specifically because when I'm up, moving around, energy and all that stuff, which of course you all know I'm hyperactive as it is when I do videos. And I figured if I was standing doing the content as well, it'd make it a lot easier and I'd be awake. I'd have the energy and I'd be able to just power right through it and just be awesome at it. Yeah, well, considering we just bought this desk, I don't think my wife would approve too much, especially considering the standing desks are really, really expensive. Like there's like a manual one that you can get that's like I think like $250, something like that. And then there's an automated one where you just push a simple button. I actually think PewDiePie has this one. It's where you push the button and the whole thing just automatically raises for you. That one costs like about $500, something like that, at least at the IKEA close to Cincinnati. That's how much it costs, and on the internet it costs that much. Of course, my wife was like, you're not buying that. But moving on, speaking of my wife, she did say something to me, and this week has been a week full of lessons for me. I was just sitting there and I wasn't feeling the greatest. I said, man, I really don't want to go to work today. And my wife's like, she really, really somberly, just calmly said, I wish I made more money. Why is that? So you could do YouTube full time. Like I just kind of sat there like this, like, and on the inside, I'm going, oh. Because really, what do you say to that? I mean, I appreciate the thought. I couldn't do that. I couldn't, do YouTube full time considering it's not paying a livable wage. I'm not able to pay any bills. I'm not able to do my part while she's out there, working full time and doing all the stuff. Now, of course, someone could say, well, you could just take care of the house, animals, and all that jazz. But that's a team effort. That's not just one person doing it, and I still need to work full time, and I still need to pull in my, my end of the bargain, But she's paying half the bills. You should always pay your bills. One day, maybe if the channel grows to the point and gets views to the point to where it's self-sustainable and I can actually make money from it and pay my bills and do this full time, then that may be something I'll revisit down the road. But right now, obviously, that's an impossibility. Oh, I forgot to talk about it. Next couple days, I should be getting my Wii U pad back, so that I'm really, really excited about it. So that means we are going to be doing the Mario Maker, or at least you will see it on YouTube, hopefully within the next couple weeks. I say couple weeks because there's a lot of shit I want to do with it, a whole lot of shit I want to do with it, but I'm not going to reveal it right now, but you just have to wait and see. Now that we're past all that, let's talk about some of the weird stuff that's happened to me this week. Not really so much weird. The first part isn't so much weird as it is stupid. So a couple of days ago at work, I was actually leaving, and then I saw a police officer pull somebody over at the gas station across the street from my work. Of course, I have my window down, and I'm just yelling, whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police. Terrible idea, by the way, especially if your window's wide open and the cop's window's open too, so they hear you, and then they see you. Granted, I didn't say anything bad, I didn't do anything wrong, but it's not exactly like, you just don't want to do anything stupid to get that kind of attention on yourself, which I have a really, 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 really bad habit of doing that to myself. Like, I don't even mean to. I think I'm being funny and cute when the cop's kind of going, you're a dick. That's all in good fun. I did not get in trouble. I didn't get pulled over or anything like that. I just quietly rolled out my window and just drove away. I went to speed limit the entire way home because I wasn't going to screw with it. One thing that actually happened one morning after I had gotten off work, I was taking my dog out. I was taking Midnight out so he could use the restroom. Well, he was going absolutely berserk. He had to go outside. And more so than usual, not just the little puppy potty dance or whatever you want to call it, but he wanted to go outside because something was out there going on that he wanted to be in the middle of. Well, we go out and he's using the restroom. I look up on the hill. I see a little kid wearing nothing but shorts, talking to somebody in a car that's parked on the side of the road that's across from my house. First thing that goes off in my mind is, oh shit, is what's going on here? Is this an abduction I'm about to witness? What's going on? So I take Midnight inside, I put him in his cage, I go back out and I walk up to find out that this kid was a runaway. They didn't know where the kid came from. The lady in the car is like, I'm on the phone with the police. I don't know what's going on. A couple minutes later, another lady walks up and says, yeah, he's from my neighborhood. He's run away before. Now, the police were called and they even said this child was called in as missing. Turns out he was a special needs child and he was known as a flight risk. Basically, if you leave him alone long enough, he's going to take off running. Well, we all just kind of sat there quietly, just, talking to the kid. I just sat back and watched, make sure nothing was happening to the child or, cars weren't going to come swerving in where they shouldn't have been. And then here comes the police officer, just pulls right up and, the kid was taken into custody. The child was taken back home. All was well, ends well, or whatever. Philosophical thing you want to throw in there to make things happy and go lucky. And it's really sad, I don't know exactly how the child got away. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. It's obviously, maybe the parent turned a blind eye for just a second and then the child took off running. And a part of me is kind of torn on that because according to them, it wasn't the first time this kid had done this. So it's like, okay, we should have took precautionary measures for your child to get to not run away. But then you could argue, well, you can't always keep your eye on your child 100% all the time, every day, 24/7 or what have you. So I'm kind of torn on that. So yeah, let me know what you all think about that in the comment section down below. I'm still a little torn on that. As I said earlier, this week has been full of lessons for me, and here's what I've gotten from it. Hold on to what you value most, because there's a good chance it's not going to always be there. And if you're doing something that you love and you're able to do it full-time or doesn't matter, part-time, whatever, it's a hobby, it's something you enjoy it. Take it seriously, but not enough to where it ruins the fun. And definitely don't take it seriously to the point to where it ruins your attitude, ruins your day, ruins everybody else's day because you're being a prick. I'm guilty of that sometimes. But the most important thing about doing what you love is not letting it consume you because you may lose sight of why you started doing it in the first place. Okay, so I'm not going to get too preachy on you guys. That's all I wanted to talk about because it's actually had a week of some stuff actually happening and me hitting my mic, which is no surprise. But yeah, just a lot of stuff happened this week. It's just a whole lot of lessons, a whole lot of stuff I wasn't expecting or anticipating. I don't know. It's just what kind of makes me wonder what's going to happen next week. Our neighbors that actually just moved out, like the neighbors right next door to me. The only thing that worries me about that is because they haven't complained yet about how I do my recording because I scream. In the middle of the night, you hear screams and all that kind of stuff coming from here. But now that they're gone, I'm kind of worried. Okay, well, new neighbors are going to be moving in there. What are they going to say about it? I don't know. That's something to worry about for another time. But I am all out of time because I've been talking for a bit. So it is that time. What time? Outro time. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that like button, BADOOSH. Share the video with a friend, that would be great. And hey, if you are new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button to join the Sigman army today. I know I promised to reveal that logo, the Sigman logo, which actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna throw that in here right after this is done. So thank you all again so much for watching, and as always, we'll see you in the next video.